So, hello everyone. On behalf of the organization committee of LACHEC 2020, we would like to welcome you to this session. My name is Lisette Olave, and I will be joining you as a host and moderator for this meetup session. Before we start, we kindly request all attendees to mute their microphones. In case you have any question or feedback that you would like to share, we kindly request to write them in the chat of the session. At the end of the presentation, we will open a space for questions and answers. Finally, before we start, we would like to remind you that tomorrow we have a cultural agenda that you can share and enjoy with your family. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., we will have 2 simultaneous cultural sessions at the Colombian Museum, and as well a virtual tour through the Colombian Guaviare River. You will find the complete information on the agenda for these events. And now we are pleased to present Jimmy Martinez. Mr. Martinez is graduated in modern languages with a specialization in French studies and he's a candidate for master's degree in English as a foreign language. He has been a language teacher for around 14 years, and he's currently the coordinator for internationalization and multilingualism at the Cooperativa University of Colombia in Pereira, Cartago campus. So Jimmy, please proceed with your session.
Okay, thank you very much, Lisette. First, could you hear me? No problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, first I have my presentation, but Lisette, I think you just say everything about me. Yes, I've been a teacher, a language teacher for about 16, 17 years. And actually, I am the internationalization coordinator at Cooperativa de Colombia University, okay? For me, it's an honor and a pleasure to be part of this little group of panelists. A very special thanks to Maria Paula Cuevas, who is the National Director of Internationalization at the Cooperativa de Colombia University, and who will also have this talk, but in Spanish later. Okay, so let's start. I would like to start with a quote from Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations, who in a conference, he said, "Education helps us to be deeply aware that we are united by our status of citizens of the world community and that our challenges are interrelated." In short, he said that education takes us on the path of working together. And this means that we don't belong to just one side, but we are citizens of the world, and as citizens of the world, we work together. Okay, first of all, I am going to tell you a little bit about the Cooperativa de Colombia University. This is a little promotion. I know you understand that I am representing my university, so I am going to do a little presentation of how we work around the country, okay? So as you can see in the image, this is the way in which we are distributed in the country. We cover a very good part of the national territory. Besides, we work in a multi-campus way and by regions. That is, anything that is done on the one of the campus can be replied on the rest of the campuses. We don't work separately. We are an entire academic network in the country. And considering this, we have given a more international impulse or image to this multi-campus work. And taking into account this, there is the possibility of implementing the mirror class strategy. As you can see, we have in the image we have the sectionales. That means that the big campuses around Colombia. Then we have the sedes, the branches. They are smaller than the seccionales. And then we have the extension centers. They are shorter, but we all work together. Okay. Okay, but let's go into the point. Mirror classes. What is a mirror class? Okay. First, this presentation will be a brief explanation of what a mirror class is, the elements that should be considered when talking about a mirror class, and a step-by-step of how to achieve or how to develop a mirror class, okay? So a mirror class is a curriculum internationalization strategy in which academic peers from different institutions, national or foreign, carry out teamwork to develop a course plan around a specific topic with groups of students from both institutions through ICT. This means that a mirror class is an effective possibility for academic institutions to develop and to put into practice this combined initiative to promote the teaching and learning process through an experience and academic exchange. It is an academic resource where through synchronous and asynchronous meetings, we give a session of a course, okay? Um, but how we can implement the mirror class, okay? So the mirror class is mediated by the use of ICT. This means that we can use virtual platforms, virtual boards, applications for evaluation, for testing, for working in groups. We can use any ICT tool to develop the mirror class. Also, the mirror class can be done through current agreement between institutions. The idea with this meeting, with this talk, is that agreement with institutions can come up here, and we can, why not implement mirror classes with all your institutions. So when you have an established agreement, the mirror class takes a more formal vision. It can be certified, and more strategies can be created, or why not, born. For example, at the Cooperativa de Colombia University, we have more than 140 agreements all around the world. So with all these agreement, with all these universities, which we have an agreement, we can do something. We can create a strategy. It can be a mirror class. It can be something else, and we can work together, and we can exchange this academic staff uh, to give an internationalization of the curriculum. Okay. Also, a mirror class allows recognition of other disciplinary approaches. That is that in a mirror class, theories and issues from different sides are explained and compared. This allows to have a wider vision of the approaches that may be threatened. You can also have experience and transfer of knowledge of international character. A mirror class promotes interculturality. Of course, when we share communication and interaction processes between people or groups with specific cultural identities, where the ideas and action of one person or cultural group are not allowed to be about the other, favoring dialogue, agreement, and with it all the times integration and enriched coexistence between cultures, the interculturality is presented. And also a mirror class in a mirror class, you can have an approach and a recognition of foreign peers. Okay, but how can we do a mirror class? What do we need? Okay, what elements do we consider to develop a mirror class? Okay, so this is like a step by step, a methodology. Um, we start from the most important, that is the teacher initiative and will. Okay, why? Because a teacher must be more motivated and carry out the mirror class to carry out the mirror class. Okay, he must propose what topic he could talk about in class. If there is no motivation, if there is no initiative from the teacher, a mirror class cannot be developed. Okay, so this is the first very important element to start creating a mirror class. Then when the teacher propose something, he or she can contact or must contact an academic peer from another institution who work the same discipline and course of or similar. This for establishing a good communication. Okay, they must be in contact every time to plan what is going to do in the mirror class. Okay, and with this good communication, as a result of this good communication, the following aspect arises: what is identified commonalities and difference on the topic to be treated. Okay, so then when you have this, you define together the competence and the topics to be developed. Okay, it's a joint work. You have to work very hard. You have to have a very good communication with the other peer in order to plan a very mirror class. Okay, other important aspects, for example, is jointly develop a work plan. I am a teacher, so I call that a lesson plan. What in the lesson plan, there should be everything: the objective of the class, to whom the class is directed, who are the teachers, the duration, the number of sessions. Maybe a mirror class can have more than one session. Okay, the topics to be treated, the means by which the class will take place, and the way of assessment or knowledge check. Okay. Besides, you must create a schedule. This is when you plan a mirror class, is the most difficult because of the time change. Okay, for example, if you are going to do a mirror class with a university in Europe, you have to take this into account. Okay, because the idea is to find a good hour, a good day in which both universities, both the students of both universities can connect at that time. Okay, also we use different virtual communication media. That means ICT. I already talked about this before. The idea is to choose the best way of communication for both institutions and use the best applications to develop the class. Okay, on internet there are a lot of applications, a lot of tools to develop a very nice course. Even if we have teachers here, you can see on internet, and now with this problematic of COVID-19, uh, that we are working remotely or virtual, we start to use as many applications as we can find on internet in order to do a very good class. So we can use all these tools, all these things to do a mirror class. Okay, also apply active, engaging, and innovative learning methodologies, for example, gamification. Okay, well, gamification is the use of game thinking on game mechanics in non-game context to engage students in solving problems. That is one example. Okay, maybe or you can use other applications where classes are made, or where applications that allow inserting many resources, dividing and working in groups, use participation boards, and many other things. Okay, the idea is to use all the resources we have to do to make a very good mirror class. Okay. Okay, more from the mirror classes. Okay, we can form mixed working groups from both institutions with which facilitates the development of intercultural competence and teamwork. If you have two or more groups different from different institutions, the idea is to mix them, to combine them, so that the class has an effect and its objective is fulfilled. Okay, if groups from the same university are left, the international sense that the middle class gives will be lost. Okay, if you have your students and you have a mirror class and you are going to do you're going to put in practice what you are teaching or what you are talking about, but the groups are from the same university, there is no international character here. Okay, the idea is to mix them with the students from the other universities. Okay. um, okay, carrying out collaborative work. Okay, this sorry. Okay, okay, carrying out collaborative work and projects. Okay, this is very important. The idea is to contextualize internationally. The idea is to have a perspective, a vision, a look not only local but also international of what is being talked about, the subject that is being touched. Okay, and finally the evaluation by both teachers. This aspect is very important and mandatory. Be careful, okay, because the verification, the evaluation of knowledge is fundamental to achieve the objective of the mirror class. The evaluation must be very well structured through the two teachers. In addition, it is advisable to carry out satisfaction surveys to know the impressions of the students and based on them improve future mirror classes. Okay. What are the achievements, the results of the output? Okay, you're strengthening intercultural skills. There is an internationalization, an updating, and an improvement of the curriculum with foreign references. There is a peer review of course plans, of course, and not only this, but it has a international vision, character, and activation of international agreements and networks. That is the idea with this meeting, with this talk. We can activate international agreements and networks in order to do mirror classes, and we can do other things if we can, of course. And the promotion, the strengthening of institutional relationship of trust, the promotion of coming in and coming out mobility, and a research promotion. Okay, here we have some pictures of the mirror classes we have done at the Cooperativa de Colombia University. You are going to see the groups we have had uh, taking a mirror class, and with an application, we have used Zoom, we have used Google Meet. Now we are using a lot Teams. uh, you can communicate with your peer and with the other students. Okay, uh, they are taking the class, and the idea then is to evaluate what we are doing with our peer in the international university. Okay, a mirror class is a very simple strategy, but a very important strategy of internationalization of the curriculum. Okay, uh, uh, our experience has showed us that the students stayed very motivated when they hear and when they learn something about an international university, and they have another perspective of the theories of the things, the how the things are done in other universities around the world. Okay. Uh, I said this is a brief explanation of a mirror class. Is something very simple. The most important thing is the initiative of the teacher, and to be motivated to do a mirror class. Okay. I don't know. Do you have any question? I don't know, Lizette, if you can see any question
So
on chat.
we have one question that was at the Cuba application, and is what is the best advice for a higher education institution looking to start a project like this for the very first time?
Okay, so the first thing is that a proposal must be made by the institution with mirror class. Okay, the proposal must include all the necessary information. That is, what topic will be discussed, of what course. Remember that we are talking about all the programs we have at the universities. Okay, the name of the teacher is very important, and the contact, her or his number, the mail. Okay. Um, what else? Tentative date of the class. Obviously, there must be, as I said before, an interest and an initiative of the part of the teacher. Once you have this, the proposal is sent to the universities with which you can have an agreement. Certainly, some of these will be interesting in carry out the mirror class, since internationalization strategies are increasingly necessary in institutions. Now, when you have the pair with which you are going to do the class, you are going to work, there must be a joint work and organize all the logistics to carry out the same this mirror class. But in conclusion, there must be an interest, an institutional commitment, and above all, on the part of the teacher, there must be a clear proposal of what topic you are going to talk in the mirror class.
So as well, we have Camilo Sanchez, who is willing to connect for mirror class and other projects with the Cooperativa University. So he's leaving his email. And we have a question from Mary Hayes. She's asking, what is the difference between a mirror class and COIL?
A mirror class and
COIL collaborations.
actually, there is an aspect of evaluation. I think is the most important difference that we can find between the both. Okay, because when you plan and when you do a mirror class, the idea is that the class has a sense and has a sense of evaluation in order of your curriculum, of the curriculum of the students. Okay, the students have um, they they have the topics in the normal course at the university, of the origin university. So when you evaluate both theories of what you are doing in both universities, uh, you are given a more important aspect to the mirror class. I think that is the most important difference between the both.
We have another question from Paula. She's asking, how long is it suggested to develop a mirror class between peers? The whole course or only one or two thematics?
Not the whole course. Actually, that depends of the topic you are going to talk about. If you can develop a topic in one session or two sessions, that must be enough. It doesn't matter, but all depends on the topic. Uh, we have had mirror classes or one, two, and three sessions, no more than that, but not the whole course, because obviously you have to develop, as a teacher, you have to develop your course with your topics do your normal topics at university.
Okay, so I guess, do you have any more questions?
I have a link. Okay, I have a link that I'm going to share on the chat. It's a forum in order we can arrange, we can plan some mirror classes with the Cooperativa de Colombia University or with other universities you can contact. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the link in the chat.
So we already have the link there. Maria Paula already
Okay,
posted.
thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jimmy, for your presentation. It was very clear. I think this is a great space for other universities to connect and also as well to like plan new mirror classes for the future. Thank
That's
you
the
very
idea. That's the idea.
Yes. Thank you very much. And we hope to see you in the next meetup sessions. We have another meetup session with the ABC Mirror class, but in Spanish with Maria Paula Cuevas at 5 p.m. Thank you very much to all the attendees. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks to you.